Hey guys, it's Tell with Oshawa Bushcraft. Now we're outside of Peterborough today, and I am at the Bushcraft USA Ontario chapter September gathering. Now, it just kind of naturally evolved that these gatherings seem to involve a lot of cooking. We do some, not elaborate, some good cast iron meat and potatoes, big bushcraft meals. And as much as somebody usually takes a lead in every meal we cook, it's a big group effort. Everybody brings stuff together and we put these meals together. So today somebody brought with them a piece of a small bear. I believe was a roadkill hit a few months ago. We brought it out of his freezer. It defrosted today, and we're cutting this up for dinner. We're going to roast it with some other stuff. But a big chunk of this is going to go to waste. We don't have any use for it, and I'd hate to see that. So I was trying to figure out a way of putting this to use. Now, as much as we have a whole ton of cooking equipment here, you guys know I like to carry my MSR 1.6 liter pot, and I was trying to figure out what I could cook it, how I could cook it in that. And I got thinking, maybe I'll make a soup. It'll let me use some good strong flavors so I can cover up some of the taste of the bear meat. And it's something I can do. I can easily slow cook it over a fire and cook it very well without burning it. And then just thinking about my gear and what I got available, I'm be carrying some minestrone soup mix because it's a good multi-purpose item for a project just like this. You get a random meat source, you could add it to this. And then looking at the resources we have available, I think I can track down some wild leeks that are also going to help that. So just off the cuff I saw this and I thought, there's a project where I get to use wild meat, I get to use a kind of a generic multi-use food stuff that I carry with me anyway, and I get to use some wild edibles. This will be a fun project. So stick around, I'm going to make up some bear soup. Step one is going to be butchering off some pieces of this bear. Stick around. Alright guys, I'm going to get some of this meat off of here. You can see the reason some of this was left behind, some of it we already had enough, but some of it's bloody from where it was hit. I'm not going to get too much into this because I don't have a lot of experience processing big game, so I'm not going to, pretend to be an expert on it. But I wanted to take a minute to just, a lot of us don't have access to bear meat. If you're not a bear hunter, it's not something you can go out and buy. But this was a stand-in for any number of meat sources you might get your hands on, that maybe are less than desirable. Maybe you're in small game season, you can get squirrel, or you get a chance at a possum, or I think about how many roadkill hit deer I missed that, I drive a small car, I drive a hatchback. I can't drag a whole deer home with me, but I could take, the back straps and 2 haunches maybe. Or maybe you come across, I don't know, I'm sure it's real rare in this area, but maybe you come across a predator's kill that for some reason got abandoned, and there's some usable pieces on it. Now, I'm told for some reason when you're doing bear, you don't want any of the membrane or the cartilage or the bone in it, even if you're making soup. I can't remember why. They told me why, but you're not supposed to. But anyway, I'll get half a pot of this going, and then we're going to go look for those leeks. Stick around. Alright guys, now we got that meat butchered up. We're going to go after our wild leeks. Now, I've never picked them before in this time of year, but this is what they look like. They're in their, they call this the seed phase, where they're dropping their seeds, with those little black things. Now I'm going to dig these ones up out of the ground. I don't know if you can see them. There's a whole bunch of the bulbs down here. That's the part we're after. And just to help this plant out, I'm going to roll these seeds off of the seed pod here. And spread them around a little bit. Hopefully there'll be more leeks next year. Wow, look at them all. Little guys. 1, 2. Now, if anybody hasn't cooked with leek before, I would call it an onion that tastes a little bit like garlic.
but I love it. I've cooked some rice dishes, like rice-a-roni or the Uncle Ben's rice with some of this in it. It's fantastic. Now, a spade or a shovel would be good for this. Didn't have one. You could use a knife. I recommend you use somebody else's knife. And that's it. It's these bulbs you're after. They're in there pretty good. You can't usually just pull them out. And we're going to wash these, chop them up. They're the next step in our soup. So I'm going to pick some more, and we'll get back to the soup. Alright guys, our meat's ready to go. Diced up those leeks. I'm saving the rest of these. They're going to go in with that roast bear. What else am I going to add? You know, the only spice I carry really is Montreal steak spice. So, a little bit of that in there. I'm going to throw in a little bit of oil, and I'm going to actually fry this over the fire real quick. I just want to brown that meat up, and then we'll add the soup mix and the water, and we'll set it on for a long cook. Alright guys, our bear meat is all fried up. I am going to steal a little piece because I want to try some. Our next steps are our soup mix. And this is just a generic minestrone soup mix from the Bulk Barn, like a bulk food store obviously. And about a liter of water. I'm going to obviously keep a close eye on the water. I don't want it to boil dry. Now, in a past video you guys have seen me make a bail for this pot, and I'm not using it today because this tripod in front of me here is going to hold the Dutch oven we're roasting in. So I've got this grill set up off to the side. So that'll get a stir. Oh, let's try this bear meat. Damn, that's good. Actually tastes like lamb. This was a younger bear. There's no foul taste of that at all. So once it cooks a little bit longer and we get a soup out of this, we'll have a look at it. So stick around guys. Alright guys, the sun's gone down on us, we're eating dinner, but I just want to show you what this soup looked like. That meat did come out super tender, and everybody said it could have passed for something like mutton or veal. And over here. And you can see everybody's had their share, there isn't much left already. So definitely a success. Thanks for watching.